Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Money Factor here on the Sphere. My name is LaShonda Johnson, certified financial educator and also the co-founder of the Houston Housewives of Finance. I don't know where I was looking. In the sky?
Where are you looking at? It's Monday. And also, I'm Tony Sanders, the Houston Housewives of Finance, also a co-founder and your certified financial education instructor. Welcome back. It is Money Mondays.
Money Mondays.
Absolutely. And guess what? It is President's Day, and we have a lot to talk about because, you know, that's all we talk about is them dead presidents. I'm just saying. I wanted to say that.
She
too.
couldn't wait to say that, but that's okay because yes, you know, money is all about the dead presidents.
Absolutely.
So today, of course, we've got an exciting show lined up for you guys. And over this past week, there was the Black Panther phenomenon.
You better say it, girl.
Yes.
You were just going crazy over this movie. Did you see it?
I saw it twice, actually.
You saw it twice, so you were one of those people that saw it twice.
But on somebody else's dead president.
All right.
Not on my own.
That's what I'm talking about. I only saw it once, and I have to admit, I mean, I understand that there's messages and things in the movies, and man, people are really, really going, you know, like you said, it's a phenomenon about this movie. I mean, you're talking about in just 3 days.
Yes.
$192 million that it's made in the United States, and I believe well over 300 million worldwide.
Yes.
So
it's our time. Yeah. That's what I like about it.
Well, it's our time, but you ain't getting none. So what you like?
Well, that's life. You know, we don't all get anything, but as a community, we get to rise up as a community. So
how?
That's what
Let's
I
talk
like.
about it.
Well, in the you're talking about in the space of entertainment.
Sure.
You know, it's dominated by other cultures. We know that. Mm-hmm. And so in our community, it's just, to me, it's just a coming together of our community, bringing some awareness about our, you know, some culture. There's a lot of course, there is the fiction in it.
Sure, know. Absolutely.
But there's also some things in there because I'm a culture person. Mm-hmm. So I went back and looked up, you know, a little bit of history. I know Wakanda doesn't exist.
Right.
It doesn't exist. However,
but we all want to go there now.
Yes. Come on now. We can't go. We'll never make it there, you guys. However, I mean, I did some research on the culture of the outfits and mm-hmm. and things like that. But I think it's a way to bring us together to see something that's primarily all Black cast.
Absolutely.
So that part I love. Part I love.
So and I can respect that you love that part. I love that part too. I couldn't tell you one thing about the movie. If someone asked me what was your favorite part, I don't know. I'm not generally a Marvel's person, but I did go and support because it was, you know, majority all Black cast. However, I just want as much attention that we give to movies and things like that in entertainment, and it's not the first time, and I know it won't be the last, that we also give, you know, some more I don't know. I just want us to be more. What is the word I want to say? You know, as excited as we were about the movie, LaShonda,
But our personal lives,
about our personal
finances,
lives,
yes.
about our personal finances, those are the things that, and I'm pretty sure, and I'm not saying all, but I'm pretty sure some people really, had to break their budget to go and see this movie because, I didn't realize the movies were so expensive. Hear me, I'm going to see the movie and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to treat my family. That was $54 for tickets.
See, now this is where you got to be smart because you go, if you're a part of Groupon or some of those things, they had the movies, you could go in and get your pre-tickets.
Is that on, new outcoming movies? I don't think you can use
it.
It
is on new outcoming movies,
really?
But you got to go during a certain time. You can't
go
through peak hours.
Right. See, I was trying to beat the
yes.
rush.
So, no, you go like today. If you want to go see it today, also,
everybody's off today.
Let me also tell you that AARP is offering it for seniors for free. Anybody that's an AARP member, you can go see it for free. So there's ways for you to go do this and see it and support without breaking your budget.
And that's the thing, I guess. We support everything. It's not one thing I can say. When we come together, we come together. But can we come together for other than entertainment? Can we come together for, education purposes, things that are going to change our lives? I see so many different movements and so many people, doing a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the movie. I'm not hating for you guys going to see it. But if you had as much enthusiasm about the movie, about helping our community, really doing something and making a difference other than buying a CD, going to see a movie, we might be in a better place.
I agree completely with that. Completely with that. But if we're going to throw the movie in the pot, then we got to throw in shopping, buying
everything.
A car, every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing. We can't wait till a movie comes out and then have this charge. This needs to be a daily charge.
Absolutely. And that's why we're here.
It's a daily charge. Mm-hmm. And so we know as a community that when something comes out, we're already the number one consumer.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about changing a whole behavior, not just because one event happens. We're talking about the whole behavior, every single thing we do. And we can do things in excess when it comes to being a consumer.
Absolutely.
So, and I know other communities have their own issues too. I happen to just be in this community of this color. So I'm talking about this issue because it is an issue. So as it relates to money, yes, we'll look at this article because we can see how much money the Black Panther movie brought in. It brings in a record-breaking box office weekend, like you said. Tons of money.
Tons.
Okay. Very, very, very aggressive dollars looking at that. So you can start us off with that, Tony.
Absolutely. It says, hell, all hell to the king. I wanted to say hell. The Black Panther's Marvel first film directed by the African-American brought in an estimated $192 million in its 3-day debut in North America this weekend. And it's the 5th biggest opening of all time. The opening of the film starring Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan. Oh my God, they look so great, may I say. Did not just shatter expectations, it broke multiple box office records too. Hey, this is definitely something that we're used to doing. I think that, man, we're great at what we do, and when we put our minds to do it, we're gonna get it done. It blew away the record of the largest opening for an African-American director, belonged to Gary Gray, and The Fate of the Furious, which opened at $98 million last April. Disney estimated that the film would bring in $218 million domestically for the 4-day holiday weekend. The film brought in the opening $361 million worldwide.
That's a lot of.
Let's say this too,
LaShonda.
That's a lot of dough, baby.
That's a lot of dough.
But guess what? It would cost $200 million to make it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And so big ups. I mean, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Black director is really cool. So again, now relating that to your concern.
Right.
Yes. Yay. We have the clapping of the hands. Yes. And so relating that to, again, the money factor.
Correct.
Yeah. Did you get that? The money factor and the money factor, Anyway.
I got it.
I just thought that was cute. Relating that to us as a community, okay? So One of the things I'd like to know is how many of those dollars are going to go be recycled back through our community.
Absolutely.
I love that we're going to, we were able to create that amount, and those actors should be paid accordingly for their skills and their job and things like that. But as an individual, those of us who are not on the Marvel comics and those of us who are not on the big screen,
right?
Our lives, we're playing out our own lives, and so we earn money through our own prospective careers, businesses, and things of that nature. So we have to make sure we turn a profit.
Absolutely.
And that's what that's my take on that. And so we have to make sure that we're doing the things necessary to turn a profit in our households, because we're the director of our households.
Absolutely.
And so we have to turn a profit, okay? And so we want to be able to know that we can enjoy entertainment without having a guilty conscience behind it. And we've had many shows that talk about doing that, making sure that there's an assignment for those dollars. So for those of you who have not actually gone to see the movie, don't break your budget to do it. It is an expensive thing if you're going to go through prime hours. And typically in prime hours, that's when we're available to go.
Absolutely.
You're not going to take off
of work.
Or you should not take off.
But a lot of people did.
Some people did. And if you have time off and they're going to pay you for it, that makes sense. Everything has to make sense. It has to make economical sense.
I never even thought about that point that, you're absolutely right. Some people took off of work to go and see the movie. So there you lose unless you had the time, paid time off. It has to make
economical sense.
And then you paid for the movie. Don't even talk about the concession stand. That was an additional $40.
Well, that cost more than actually the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did have our, Millennials and Money brand. We actually had a premiere, and there were prepaid tickets for that, which included your popcorn, your drink, a swag bag, some raffles and things like that. And other Black entrepreneurs were also able to come in and highlight their businesses and how you could patronize them and things of that nature. So that was a successful event. It was sold out.
Absolutely.
The whole theater were just for that event. So that was awesome. So that's how I had a chance to see it the first time. And then again on someone else's Dead Presidents the second time.
Absolutely.
But again, let's just be wise, okay? We're going to be entertained, but let's be smart in how we spend our entertainment dollars. If we don't have them, if you've not saved and paid yourself this month, maybe you shouldn't be entertained. So speaking of that, we're going on to our first sponsor for the show today, which is Elite Dental Wellness. You guys know about Elite. We've been talking about them also for quite a while now. Go get your grill clean. Don't, speaking of entertainment, make sure you go take care of the things that matter, okay? At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We're committed to the finest possible oral care and overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity, expertise, and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and a friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel like they're part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Bertice and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Bertice at Elite Dental Wellness by calling 713-789-8680. There we go.
Awesome.
Bling, bling.
Yes.
Speaking of bling, bling. Dead Presidents.
Yes.
Today is President's Day.
Yay.
And so it was fitting for us to talk about the dead presidents. And then Tony says, what you say about the dead presidents, Tony?
He's my favorite. He's my man crush Monday. That's my man crush Monday.
Those are the ones she likes.
Yes.
The dead ones.
Yes. But I love you, Mr. Obama.
They're on the dollars.
My president.
Yes. Oh, have you seen the little memes?
Yes,
like, please
absolutely.
come back. Please.
Yes. No, my favorite was, hey, if we got so many people out to see Black Panther, then if we got as many that would go see Black Panther would go and vote, we wouldn't have 45.
Wow.
Yeah, did you see that one?
I heard that.
I'm just saying.
That's true. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of things. Hey,
right.
you know it's coming. It's going to be all kinds of things when it has to say things about these things. But let's keep that in mind too. Let's talk about
Absolutely.
What are dead presidents? Who are they?
This is really good.
What's this
I
about?
thought it would be interesting. As we know in our community, we're not just talking about the movie. It says the definition of dead presidents, the slang referring to the U.S. paper currency. Dead presidents can refer to any unit of currency, but most often refers to George Washington, whose picture is on the $1 bill. Therefore, an item that costs 6 dead presidents would mean that it costs $6. Breaking it down, dead presidents. During the Civil War, the Union Congress ordered of the printing of the half of a million 5-cent notes due to a shortage of metals used to produce traditional coinage. However, when the note appeared to the public, the engraved portrait on the bill was someone named Spencer M. Clark. Naturally, no one in the Union or anyone else had any idea who it was. That's funny. An investigation quickly revealed that the Lincoln had appointed him as the first superintendent of the National Currency Bureau. Because Congress had not specified that any particular historical figure would be placed on the bill, he had simply taken the liberty of putting his own picture there. Well, why not? And let's to say Congress was furious and immediately enacted a law stipulating that from that point on, any person who appeared on the face of any currency had to be famous and dead. Hence, dead presidents. I love it.
Because presidents are famous.
Yes. I don't know. I just really liked the article when I came across it. And I think, man, that's some good history right there.
Yes. So we need to know what that's about. How did the people get on?
I know.
Because I initially I thought before reading this, I didn't really know this. I didn't know this. So, we wonder why. How come presidents are in there? How come it couldn't be some civil rights people?
Why can't we be there? Yeah, because if that's the case, anybody, hey.
Let it be me.
Yes.
I got to die and be a president.
Yeah.
So I wonder when Obama will be on the dollar bill, on the currency.
But I know one day he will be.
Okay, speaking of dead, this Facebook Live will die in just a few minutes.
It is dead, huh? That's great. That's a great
We're only on here for 15 minutes, you guys. So that means you have to go subscribe to The Sphere. And I know you want to see the whole show. I know you do. So go to thesphere.tv. And while you're there, you need to hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, guess what you get a chance to do? Write a review while you're there. Tell us what you think, what you'd like to see, what you'd like to hear. Give us constructive criticism, compliments. We take them both. We love it. We like it. But we provide this show to you completely complimentary. So we'd like you to donate. You can. You can donate one time, or you can become a donate patron who does it as often as you would like. There's a button for both. So you can go ahead and click on one of those, and we love it. We like it. Okay? Now, please share the show. You guys, this is incredible information.
I love it. Today
this is episode number 91.
Woo!
91. So in order for people to hear what you're hearing, we don't know who you know.
Yeah.
So you've got to share the show. We would really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and take care of that right now, this moment, this second, and then you'll be able to go back and watch the show in its entirety. So we're not done, but you have to subscribe to go and watch the show in its entirety. Okay? So Tony, now let's talk about, we've talked about entertainment and how we love it. Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, how people love it.
So much money, yes.
It's a lot, and that's why I can say this. This is why Hollywood makes so much money.
Absolutely.
Because we like to spend so much money being entertained.
Right.
All communities, but ours especially, we love it. We like music, we like dancing, we like drinking, we like eating.
Movies, absolutely.
And so that's why the Houston Housewives of Finance, we are where you are in those places to be able to bring you financial education, because we know that's where you're hanging out.
Hey, can I put a pin right there for a second? I came across a gentleman that I met. He's actually running for county judge, and he's like, man, where could I go? I said, brother, you need to go to the theaters this weekend. You have to go where the people are. And that's where they were this weekend.
What's his name? I think he was at our place.
Really?
Or a representative from him.
So his name is Chris with a K, Ugart. and he is running for county judge. And man, I just really liked him. But I said, hey, if you want to reach the people this weekend,
That's where they're going to be.
you're gotta have to go to the theaters.
Yeah, canvas the parking lot.
Absolutely. Pass out cars, put
Pass
them on
out,
the
yes.
cars.
Do it all.
Do it all. So yeah, you have to go, and that's what we do as the Houston Housewives of Finance. We're seeking to be the resource in our community and in other communities. It's just not the African American community.
All communities.
All
Let's
communities.
make sure that we understand that.
Right.
We get to talk about things that are specific to our community
Absolutely.
because we're a part of the community. That's our culture, so we get to talk about it. However, financial education is universal.
It sure is.
It
It
does
has
not.
no color.
It has no color. Money is just green, okay? But everybody benefits from the color of money, okay?
Absolutely.
And then in other countries, currency is a different culture. And we've even talked to you on this show about that, how even financial education impacts other communities in other countries. And so it is a universal topic. Please, let's make sure we get that straight.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So, with us seeking to be, that resource in the community, like we say always, we're the new face of the new age of financial services. And what I like about what we do most is we bring it to you real. It is the realest way you're going to receive it. Some people may not like the delivery, but guess what?
No sugarcoating.
You have to hear what's real, and because that's what we used to putting things
Yes.
a Band-Aid on everything. No, you're not going to get that here. You're going to get the truth, but it's going to help you if you take action, and that's what it's all about. Is you have to make a decision to take action.
And we hope you really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I don't want anybody giving me fake news.
We get
I
enough
don't
of that
want
already.
We got enough of that,
Right.
Especially during a certain time of the year and past. As we was coming to the current. Anyway, we know what
They know what you're
I'm
talking
talking about in that. But no fake news here. The truth. We're talking to you about the truth, and the truth sometimes hurts, but it helps you.
It helps you.
A lot of things my mom said was the truth. I didn't like it. A lot of it.
Do we ever? We don't ever like it.
But as a mature adult now,
baby, what?
I'm like,
You can
man, I'm so
respect
glad
it.
you told me that because it's still instilled in me. And that's what we hope to do here on The Money Factor, here with the Houston Housewives of Finance. We hope to instill in you financial education and values and proper behavior with your money and also the way for you to manage your money in truth.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, speaking of in truth, let's talk about how do you build wealth? Let's talk about. We want to go to the Saving Your Future book, and the Saving Your Future book. There's a wealth formula, and the wealth formula is, again, this is not discriminatory,
No.
you guys. This is the truth. This is how you build wealth. You have to understand how money works. And the wealth formula. There is a formula for that. There is something strategic about everything that's done. We're talking about the movie this morning. It was strategic in its release. It was strategic in PR for it.
Absolutely.
Everything is strategic. Well, it's a strategic way to build wealth. So money doesn't grow on trees.
You better
okay?
say it.
It's not, ATM machines are just not, money's just not dropped in there for us to go collect. We only collect our money out of there. So you've got to grow wealth in order to receive wealth, okay? So money doesn't grow on trees. You must work for it. If you want to build wealth, there's a formula for you to build on, okay?
Absolutely.
You got to have money.
You have to have money.
So if you don't have money, you cannot build wealth. Okay? So money needs time. We've talked about that time and time again.
Right.
Money, you cannot get rich quick. It grows over time. And you must have enough rate of return in order to outpace taxes and inflation. Okay? That's how you build wealth.
Right.
So if you're on the negative side of rate of return, I don't care how much money you have, Tony,
Right.
how much time you have.
You're not going to
But
build.
if you're on the negative side of rate of return, look at me, look in my eyes when I say you can't build wealth,
Right.
okay? Because guess what? Inflation and taxes is going to eat you alive. That is the silent killer of our money. It's sight unseen. It exists every day
Every
in
day.
everything we do.
And
So-
people, that's one thing that I can say that you guys are not thinking about is, the taxes, the inflation. You assume that you own everything that's in the pot, but it's not yours. You share that pot.
And people are beginning to make that revelation. And how I know that, because clients are starting to say to me when they come to me, I know I don't own all of this. So thank you for listening, because that's true. You don't, there is a split, especially when you're growing, money tax deferred, which that's another show, but it's tax deferred, which means you've written the country an IOU, but you don't know what you owe until it's time to pay up.
That's really good. Now that's some good stuff right there. You've written an IOU.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what percentage rate you've written it
I don't know what I owe you when I'm saving tax deferred. I just know I do.
I owe you.
I owe you.
Now that's a bad feeling to have.
No,
You think about it.
is.
If I owe you $10, I know I owe you $10.
You know I owe. So when you write an IOU, then you know what you owe.
Absolutely.
But we're writing IOUs to the government without knowing
With a
what we owe.
question mark.
It's got a question mark on the check.
Wow. Well, this portion of the show is being sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting a new business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world and build your brand or even sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark each and every time. Call us today at 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
I tell you what, the Spear's got it going on. So if you need
to,
if you don't have things going on, you see, I said not going on. If you don't have things going on, you need to get on the Sphere.
Absolutely.
So that you can now get things going on.
I tell you, for anybody who has a desire to ever, have your own podcast, to have your own show, this is your opportunity. Join our family. We are growing fast. I mean, I wish that we can really literally turn the cameras around so that you can see our brand new studio. I love it.
Gorgeous.
Every time I come in here, it's very, very nice.
That's something to think about on our 100th episode.
Oh, we've already talked about
that. We'll do something special.
Yes.
Maybe not sit just here, because I know that our producer is capable of doing all kinds of things. Did you not know that he has magic? He can
He's
do
like
magic.
gifted and talented behind the boards. Yes.
So our
and that's gonna be a
be
magical show, because we're also
Yes.
gonna have our other affiliates here.
Yes.
So that you can meet them and see who's behind.
It's gonna be great.
Yes,
it's gonna be great.
It's coming up fast.
Yeah, well, we're on 91, so that's like nine
more
shows
weeks.
away.
9 weeks.
shows away.
Hey, we should do a
weeks.
countdown. 9 more weeks.
Yes. Count it down. Count it down. Let's go back to the Saving Your Future book, which, by the way, I hope you have. And shout out to those of you who have been shouting out to us, asking for it. Really appreciate that, too. We appreciate the opportunity to help you, but you got to help us help you, so you got to get the book. Okay, let's talk about inflation, Tony.
Absolutely.
Can you read that?
So it says inflation. It's the silent killer. We keep telling you that over and over again. Inflation is the rise in the prices of goods and services over time. When prices increase, your purchasing power decreases. For example, if inflation is at a rate at 3.5%, your $100 will only be worth $96.50 next year. Inflation happens when the country prints more money than it earns. The result is everybody will lose some value of their money. Some refer to inflation as the hidden tax. Inflation is a major factor to consider when you build your financial future. For instance, if you put your money in an account with a 0 rate of return, and its value will certainly decline in the long run. In the last 100 years, from 1914 to 2014, the U.S. inflation rate averaged at a 3.32%. Let's take a look at the prices of some of the basic items over time. I tell you, this right here is just so powerful, because it says the average cost, and this is taking you from the 90s to the 70s to 2000. It says, look, a new car was $23,000. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you?
$23,000.
Wow.
In the 70s.
In the 70s. No, that's a new home. That's
a new car, $3,400.
$3,400.
Yeah,
well, that's
home.
you're gonna pay $30,000 now.
Oh yeah, but look at a home.
A home was $23,450
for a home.
LaShonda, look at it now. And we're talking about that's 2013, and depending on where you are and where you live,
No.
man.
If you live on the East Coast, West Coast, or even in Midwest.
Yes.
No. Here in Houston, you can get something. You can get something for like $200,000.
Right, you can get a nice home.
East
for
Coast
your
and
money.
West Coast, no. Even here now, for $200,000, it's gonna be what you call your starter.
Absolutely,
it's
your
not gonna have
home.
the bells and whistles that you want or whatever.
all that's extra.
But still, Houston, you can live very nice.
Absolutely,
you can live very nice for your dollars. However, the issue is not where it's inflation. Even still, things are growing and glowing in inflation.
Absolutely.
So it's not going south; it's going north. It's going up.
Yeah.
And so we need to be able to realize that because, when we're talking about inflation will impact the value of your dollar.
It's just like we say, the money you save today will not have the same purchasing power later. And that it shows you because of inflation and because of taxes, it doesn't have the same value.
Yeah.
If you think about when we went to the store, LaShonda, and we bought something years ago, we spent $100. You cannot take that same $100 and get that same amount of items and goods today.
It's not going to work. That's not going to work. It is going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
It's not going to work.
It's going to hurt.
And so I skipped to the Saving Your Future book, but let's go back to this article that we have that talks about inflation because, again, it is another tax. It has a larger impact on us than taxes.
Absolutely.
Because it's consistent. So consumer prices jump much more than forecasts, sparking inflation fears. So what are the fears? Consumer Price Index, that's the CPI. It's a key indicator of inflation trends. It jumped 0.5% in January, well above the market expectations.
So they weren't even expecting that.
No. So markets reacted sharply to the news with stocks sliding and government bond yields rising. So the Fed is watching inflation closely so the report could add fuel to the interest rate hikes. So what does that mean for you and I? So everything that happens around us, the economy churning, the Dow crashing, all of that affects what the Feds do.
Right.
And so like you said on the definition of it is, when we're printing more money than we're actually making then something has to give.
Right.
And so I wish I could print my own money. I really wish I could.
But you can't.
But I can't do that.
Right.
So I'm subject to the laws of the country, okay? And so that means the money that's printed, that money, that's money that you and I earn.
Right.
We're affected by the economical system.
Absolutely.
And so if we don't understand the economical system, but we're churning in it, we still have to understand how it works, and how it comes together.
And you want to know what your dollar is doing.
Exactly.
Or like LaShonda just said, your money.
Your money. The money. Not your money. Your money matters.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We need a shirt like that.
Yeah, your money matters. We got a lot of shirts we need to make.
Hey.
Your money matters, everybody. So get involved in what's going on around you. Understand how money works. I really like that the Blue Book highlights that you have to understand how money works. So let's do a fun exercise. And so, because one thing that we like to say that we're doing things with today's dollars, of course, and things that you do, purchases you make today, that's relevant to today's dollars.
But we're saving for later.
We're saving for later. With today's
dollars.
So
how is it going to affect us later?
Inflation. That's what we're trying to say to you guys. The value of the dollar is not the same. So we just gave you some examples out of the Saving Your Future book where we talked about what a house cost back in 1970 versus what it costs today. So let's look at this calculator. Now, let's look at, because the magic number people always like to say
is 1
million.
Is
I need $1 million to retire. Okay, so you've got $1 million there. This is 10 years back. Okay, we're talking about January 2008. As the same, if you want that $1 million to have the same buying power as of January 2018, you would need $1,174,279.89.
So you need an additional 175,000.
Correct. If you want to round that up, yes. So why is that important? Why that is important, you guys, because you have to factor in the future inflation so that you can make sure you have the same buying power. So if you want to live off of $1 million, that's 2018. Some of you are not going to retire for another 15, 20 years.
Yes.
Only imagine what that is. That calculator only goes through current today.
Wow. Can you imagine if
Can
we
you
did it in the
imagine
future?
if we did it in the future? I can't imagine. So that means it matters where you save your dollars, and it also matters how much you save. So if you save, let's go to the example of saving tax deferred.
Okay.
So if you save tax deferred, Tony, and you said, I want to have $1 million. Okay. So already, if you will, now that's if you're going to retire today, you need $1,175,000.
Correct.
Okay. So that means you would have need to save $175,000 more just to keep that value. But what if you saved it tax deferred?
Ooh.
Then you don't have.
That's not even all of yours.
This is, mind you, people, this is net. You gotta not gross, because gross you don't keep,
right,
as you've already stated. So if you're saving it gross and you need to net that amount, that's even more. So please stop cheating yourself. Now this is where I get passionate, because we sit down with people and they go, well, why have to save so much? First of all, it's not being paid to me, nor is it being paid to you. It's being paid to you. So why do you want to keep slighting yourself?
Right.
And if you don't want to have such a large contribution, start saving earlier.
Absolutely.
So you can't complain about what your future holds. This is for you. This is not for me. I'm just helping you to reach the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
but we want to cheat ourselves.
You want to cheat yourself. And let me tell you something. If you don't do it now, you're going to pay later. It's not a free ride. So you're going to pay either way.
And you cannot think you're going to build a sizable retirement, and if you're just saving $300 a month.
And you never even increase it.
You never. Okay, but if you're saving $300 a month, let me give this number. Those of us who are embarking upon age 40, you need to be saving at least minimum $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year. If you expect to have anything, and you need to be getting about 8% interest on that. So if you are over 40 and you think you're going to save $300 a month, wrong answer.
It's not going to happen for you.
Okay, this is hashtag times is up. You've got to come into reality. Okay, that's why we're having this conversation with you. It's time for us to take better action. I like that you're taking action, but you have to take more aggressive action if you expect to build something sizable for retirement, because Social Security does not have your back. They don't have enough dollars coming in to create the retirement that you need.
I love it.
This is crazy.
These are the conversations that we have to continue to have.
It just doesn't make sense.
Because if you're thinking that $300, so just think about it. If you're 50, it's even more.
And then you sacrifice. Now, this is where your concern comes in, Tony. You sacrifice paying yourself that $300 for the month or $400 for the month so that you can take $100 out and go see a movie.
Right.
And so now this is where all of that ties in together, because there has to be common sense factored into factoring in your money for the future.
Right.
Common sense.
Well, this is really good conversation. These are the conversations that we really need, because for me, don't get me wrong, it's just not about the movie. You always come up with an excuse what you're going to do with your dollars. So this month is Black Panther. What's going to be next? It's always something. Stop making the excuses. The procrastination on our part has to stop.
Yes.
It has to stop.
Yes. And if you've assigned the appropriate dollar for that and you didn't sacrifice anything else, no problem. We're not talking to you.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I'm glad you said that, because
we're not talking to you.
I had to get some of y'all straight on my page. If it doesn't apply to you, please don't get your panties in a bunch. This is for those people that I'm talking to who really need help. And instead of you complaining about me saying something to help people, a lot of times, when I say stuff, I'm thinking about how my mother did me. What happens is you don't understand when I just talk plain to you, so I have to cuss you out in order for me to get your attention. We've got to do some things differently. You cannot continue to do the same things expecting a different result. That's called insanity.
And there's a lot of insanity going on.
Absolutely.
So however, what we're here to do here is to bring you the necessary information you need to do to change those behaviors.
Yes.
Okay. That's where we're offering complimentary workshops. We offer those every Tuesday, that's tomorrow, 7 p.m., and also on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Come out and get educated. So you don't have to take our word for it. Because again, we're not speaking to you on matter of opinion. Some things we talk about our opinion about how we feel about
Absolutely.
you being entertained and not saving.
But the education,
the facts are that people aren't saving. So, and the facts are people don't know. So you need to come out to the workshops, and that is 2500 East TC Jester, Suite 345. That's Houston, Texas 77008. Come out on a Tuesday night and get educated. Learn how to build wealth. Learn how to have retirement planning. Learn how, to build a proper financial foundation. There's so much you're going to be able to learn, but you have to invest the time, okay? And we did say complimentary. So you want to make sure that you schedule that in as you schedule other things in. Get educated, people. Get educated, okay? We're providing you that resource here to get educated. And we're saying there's also forums that you can come in, participatory forums in the form of workshops that we want to invite you out to come to, okay? So, and you can contact us for personal financial strategy.
Absolutely. So let's just take a break for a quick
yes.
second. So because we're sharing with you all of our passion, but this portion of the show is being sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and your talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people power empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com, and use the code DOPE, DOPE exclamation point for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now, sizes are selling out fast. Hey, that's one lady who's very passionate about what she does too.
We love it. We love it.
Absolutely.
Yes, she's very passionate about it.
Man, I love when we can have conversations about this, because literally this is the real. And again, nobody's telling you not to go do anything, because only you can make that decision. We just give you the options, we give you the education, and we pray that this will empower you to make a move so that you can change your finances and fall in love with them again, or get them right, because you can't do anything without it. What side do you want to be on? You want to be on the side that you're always going to be working, you're always working for money, or do you want to learn how to make your money work for you?
We hope you want to learn how to make your money work for you. Mm-hmm. And so if you really want to do that, then you really have to do something. Right. You can't just wish these things into existence. Yes. Okay. So just, like we cannot wish Wakanda into existence.
Absolutely. It's not going to happen.
Okay. It's a form of entertainment, but when it comes to money matters, it's not
this is real.
Funny. It's real. Mm-hmm. It's really, really real. Okay. And so when we're talking about, I wanted to go to, is there another article, Gary? Okay. So let's talk about this one, because this one's interesting, okay? Trump breaks key rule for presidents don't talk down the dollar. Okay, so we're not talking down the dollar. We're talking up the dollar, and we want you to increase your dollars.
Absolutely.
But this article, that there's there's like a president's rule that you don't talk down the dollar.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
It's like a pact.
Okay.
In the White House.
Okay.
But President, our number 45, has not kept that pact.
He ain't kept a lot of pacts.
So let's let's look at this article. So for decades, U.S. presidents have observed a couple rules about the dollar. Number 1, try to avoid talking about the dollar. Number 2, if you must comment, say you support a strong dollar and leave it at that. Okay.
What's the next line?
Not President Trump. Okay. Trump sent the dollar sharply low. He sent the dollar sharply lower on Wednesday by saying in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, which happens to be a very influential publication, that the currency was getting too strong.
Girl, stop.
Yes. I wish I could say stop. I mean, let's tell him to stop. Stop. 45. Stop.
Bye.
Critics said the new president was trying to talk down the dollar.
Wow.
Okay, so Barry Bosworth, a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, said it was common in the 1970s and the 1980s for presidents that their aides to try and move markets by commenting on the currency. But recent administrations have been much quieter, sticking to platitudes about their pursuit of a strong and stable dollar, which is understandable. You know, as a
Right.
president, that's the conversation you should be
That's
having,
yes.
because that's what we as a consumer here in the country, we're interested in.
Absolutely.
You know, us civilian people, we're interested
He
in a
say
strong
it's
dollar.
It's too strong.
He says too strong. In my mind, there's no such thing as too
No
strong.
such thing.
I want to hear, it's no such thing as that.
Right.
So, and those are not words economically that you want to be speaking. Okay, so let's go back to the article. Yes.
Too strong, eh?
So, Tony, pick up from there.
Says Bosworth, it's not clear whether Trump was deliberately trying.
Well, first of all, look at right up there. He said, "I thought we had moved past this foolishness."
Oh, well, let's say that again. That's what Bosworth said. I thought
He
we
said,
had
"I
moved
thought we
past
had
this.
moved past this foolishness."
No, we get foolishness every day, child. It's not clear whether Trump was deliberately trying to weaken the dollar, but it's not the weaken the dollar, but
Reckon, yeah.
Reckon the dollar too. But it's not the first time he's claimed the currency is too strong, having repeated the same talking point in an interview with the Wall Street Journal just before taking office. I believe Trump, in his first almost 100 days, has talked about the dollar more in his two predecessors during
more than his two predecessors.
Yes, in their 8-year presidencies. Wow. That's crazy. Why would Trump want a weaker dollar? A drop in the value of the currency will provide a boost to the American exporters by making their goods appear cheaper.
Correct.
To buyers in foreign markets.
Which that's a business mentality.
Yeah. He think he's still on that show, child.
That's a business mentality.
What's the name of that show?
His
The
Apprentice.
I think he's trying to run the White House like it's The Apprentice,
Yes.
because
Well,
he fire everybody.
You cannot take. He's a business person. You can take the business person out of the business, but you can't take the business out of the person.
So look what y'all did.
So that's what happened. So that's why we say you got to have a business
Wow.
to really benefit from the Trump era.
This is
Because if you have a business, then now, yes, and, especially if you have a C corporation, there's a lot of things that you can benefit from. But individuals, it's not an administration for individuals.
This is a really good show today. Make sure that you're sharing.
You got to share the show.
This is really good information.
Go back to the article. Let's go back.
So where are we?
So that could,
in
turn,
help alleviate the trade of the deficit that Trump has repeatedly expressed concern over. Trump recognizes that the strong dollar is a part of the U.S. The trade deficit problem, said whatever his name is, Narium, the chief economist at IHS Markit, he doesn't want the dollar to strengthen even further. That's sad.
Yeah. Well, because then that creates a problem for economically for what his goals are. So if you understand, what he's trying to do,
the hidden agendas.
And so they're not so hidden because he's not very secretive about it.
He's
like
not.
you say, he's
every day
about
he
it
talks about
consistently. He's talked about it, so he's not really hidden. You just have to be able to understand what he's saying,
right?
And so then when you understand what he's saying and you understand what's happening, then now you translate that to me as an individual in this era, in this economy. And so that's when you start to plan appropriately and accordingly.
Right.
Okay. And so we don't have enough time on this show or any show to dig deep enough into the way this administration is going, because we're not an economical platform. However, money is a part of economics.
It sure is.
And that's why we're telling you to get yourself together, because you are not going to be able to offset what's happening economically if you don't understand what the economics is going to do to you as an individual.
Absolutely. Man, this show is bringing you the real today.
Yeah, this is the straight up real.
This is the straight up real.
And so let's go back to the article. because it has a few other things that it has to say. So, but there are compelling reasons why recent administrations have tried to avoid commenting on the dollar. Why? Okay. Other countries can other countries can interpret loose talk as an effort to manipulate the vital currency. Because what we do here does not just affect us here, it affects us globally. So, and even if the comments do succeed in moving markets, the effect is bound to wear off quickly. So the Clinton, Bush, and Obama administration came to understand that such statements as has a life in the market of about 2 days. Okay, talk has no lasting influence in markets. We know that. In our industry, we're forbidden to even give predictions. Market observers have largely interpreted Trump's comments as jawboning, a form of manipulation. If it remains a habit, U.S. efforts to stop other countries from pursuing similar strategies could be undermined. Wow. So this is a big deal. Conversation, even in politics, it's a big deal. Trump, for example, repeatedly accused China of manipulating its currency during the campaign. Trump abruptly reversed course on Wednesday, saying China does not manipulate its currency. So how do you know? So let's continue. Okay. Still, without changing economic fundamentals, efforts to talk down the dollar won't have a lasting impact on the currency. So why do we keep having these conversations? Okay. The dollar is strong today because the U.S. economy is performing better than most advanced economies and offers the promise of higher rate of return. That's why it's strong, not because of other things. Hence said that Trump's action will matter far more than his words. If it doesn't matter what Mr. Trump says, if he follows on his tax reform plan, it will lead to stronger U.S. economy and a stronger dollar, he said. That's what he said. Let's see. Let's see. So, man, the dollar, the almighty dollar, is strong. It's strong. I'm not Trump, so I can say that, And so, but he's forbidden at things that he speaks because it is interpreted as a way things are going to go.
Absolutely.
And so it makes sense that presidents don't talk about it.
They don't talk about it.
But we have to talk about it because it's relevant to you. And we want these kind of conversations will help you to understand how to plan better.
Absolutely.
For your short-term and long-term goals.
Right.
So,
and in order to do that, you need to sit down again to have your own
personal
financial strategy. How do you do that? You contact us. I'm Tony S. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And I'm LaShonda J. at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
You can also reach us at info at HoustonHousewivesOfFinance.com.
And you can text us at 31996. In the text field, please text ASK HHOF, all one word, no spaces. Put your information there. We will definitely get back to you immediately and set up an appointment.
Also, you can reach us on all of our social media platforms, including Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on LinkedIn and Meetup. We're on Facebook, of course, as the Houston Housewives of Finance Official. If it doesn't say official,
it's not us.
And what's our 1-844 number?
We have 1-844-700-4463. So if you prefer to call us, listen, you can text us, you can call us, you can DM us on Instagram.
All right.
You can Facebook Messenger. A lot of you guys are that's Facebook. The preferred way of getting in touch with people. Facebook Messenger. You can inbox us. You can email us. You can come see us.
Yes. There's so many ways to get the blue book, to sit down and do your own personal financial strategy.
Yes.
Again, you need to get into our workshops and so that you can take advantage of this education with no obligation. I guarantee you, when you take these classes, you'll want to do something.
Absolutely.
You'll need to take action.
Yes. You will know what to do, and we will show you how to do it.
Absolutely.
So we got to take these things seriously that we're talking about. Your money matters. Okay? Your dollars matter. Things that are going on in the economical climate matters. Political climate matters.
Right.
Why? Because it helps you to plan out your strategy. What are you going to do? Not where are you going to go this
Ooh,
weekend,
you see?
but what are you going to do
Yeah. See,
as it relates to your dollars.
right, because we'll plan for the weekend, but you won't plan for your future.
Yes.
All right.
So we want to change that. We got to change it.
Yes.
We got to change it.
Let's do both.
We're going to do both,
Yeah.
okay? Hey, we're not saying you shouldn't go have some entertainment.
Absolutely.
I love it. I work hard. I want to sit down and enjoy myself.
Absolutely.
But I can't enjoy myself with a clear conscience if I know my dollars are not right. Okay?
They're not strong.
Yes. Got to make them strong. I love
All
it.
right.
So, you guys, this has been an incredible episode. As usual, please go share the show, okay? Write a review, subscribe to The Spear, reach out to us, do the things you know you need to do, okay? And we'll see you next week, same time, same place, right here on The Money Factor in The Spear. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.